Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning back into our podcast, Truth That Save. This is Ernest, your host, and I'm more than happy to have you tune back into this channel today to listen to what God has been laying in our hearts. It's been a while, and we're just excited to be back here on air. And today, on this episode, we just have one question that we want to ask everyone and also share our thoughts about it. So, somebody asked me a while ago, he said, what is holding you from giving God 100% of your time? Like literally, what is holding you from giving God 100% of your life? What is holding you from giving God 100% of when He has asked you to spend time with Him? No, every time we hear this question, the biggest thing that comes to our mind is the fact that we have to work, we have to make ends meet, we have to make money so we can take care of ourselves, of our families, of our needs, pay the bills, and all those things. But one thing we often forget is the fact that all these bills, all these things that we want to take care of, were created by the same God who's asking you to give Him time. So you see, it is beneficial to give God 100% of your time. And you might ask me, how can you do this in a world that is so busy, in a world that technology has taken over so much? My dear friends, it is not always easy to do what is right most of the times. Most of the times you want to do something right, but your flesh just doesn't want you. Your flesh will keep fighting and saying, hey, why don't you give it 50-50? Why don't you give it 75-25 or whatever? But the good book, the Bible, actually tells us what to do. In Matthew 6 verse 33, Jesus Christ speaking said, rather than seeking all these things, rather than looking for how to pay your bills and make your life a meaning, why don't you seek first my kingdom and my righteousness? And if you have finished seeking these things, if you genuinely seek after these things, then I assure you that every other thing will be added onto you. See, this is God Himself speaking. He said these things because He is the Alpha and He is the Omega. He starts it and He finishes. He doesn't give you a promise He cannot keep. So I just want to encourage you today that if you have been giving God part of your life, partial commitment to His service, partial commitment to prayers, partial commitment to studying the Word of God, let this message come to charge you and encourage you to wake up. You cannot give God partial time and expect Him to bless you full time. He's a God of justice. He gives to those that diligently seek Him. Of course, He will bless everyone, but if you want 100% of His blessing, you have to give 100% of your life to Him. You cannot surrender your legs and say, let me keep my hands for rainy days. If you have to surrender your legs, you got to surrender your hands and your head and your heart too. So my dear friends, just charging you today, whatever you're going through, no matter how difficult it might be, no matter how challenging the task might be, I want you to give God your all. Again, the question is, what is holding you from giving God 100% of your time? All these things that we are struggling to do in life, they will pass away. But the only thing that will remain forever is God. So give God 100% of your time so that He can use it to make your life beautiful. I hope this blesses your life. I hope this charges you up. And I pray that we will truly create time for what matters so that the Creator can use us to create many more things. Thank you so much again for tuning in. This is Truth That Save, and I'm Ernest. God bless you, and we'll see you again in the next episode. Shalom.